Well, on Sunday, Tim Tadlock and the Texas Tech baseball team welcoming back at Lubbock Christian University here to Rip Griffin Park for the first time since 2009, just the second time in 20 years. Before that, though, a lot of history between these two schools, 35 meetings between the two, and former Red Raider, former Chaparral head coach Larry Hayes, a head coach in 34 of them. All right, Coach, you've been involved with this rivalry for so long. You got it started. You've been involved with it in all but one of the games. Can you talk about just what this matchup means to you?
Well, it means a lot to me personally because, I love both programs. And, I got to start the program at Lubbock Christian, and then I was here for 22 years, something like that. So both programs mean a lot to me. When this started, our very first year, we had a program at Lubbock Christian we played. And at that time, I thought it was good for baseball in Lubbock. The climate in Lubbock as far as baseball has really changed. And at that time, baseball wasn't that big a deal in Lubbock. And by the two of us playing each other, it was a good rivalry starting off. Then when I was coaching and Darren was the coach at Lubbock Christian, I was here at Tech, we played each other. And Darren threw a big leaguer against us on a Monday night, kind of like this, and we just got through playing Texas the week before. I didn't like the feeling of that game getting beat, and then the next year I throw Brandenburg, who was our number one, against them, and we won, and I didn't like how that felt. So I decided, this series was not good for me personally, but now that I'm out of it, boy, I like seeing it again.
People talk about having a hard time picking their favorite kid. I would imagine it's a little tough when you talk about rooting interests for either one of these schools.
Yeah, right now I'm in a position, I'm for both of them, and that's where it stands. The RPI deal makes this a very dangerous game for Texas Tech, and I appreciate Tim taking that risk for the good of baseball in Lubbock.
You know what it's like to start a program. You know what it's like to kind of fight through a couple of years to get a program on its feet. What do you think of the job Tim has done so far?
Yeah, boy, I think he's done a great job, and I really like what Tim has done. I like the emphasis on pitching and defense and all that. All we got to do is just be patient and wait, and things go. It might get going this weekend. Who knows? And it will go. But the more we stand behind the coaching staff and these players, the quicker it'll happen.
How are you enjoying retirement?
I like it. The things that Tim's going through, my last 3 years as coach, I lost my number one before the season started. So I know what he's going through, and I don't miss that at all. I really don't. I miss a competition of a game, but but I think of somebody not making their grades or somebody doing this, that, other, and boy, I'm thrilled to be where I am.